Hey everybody, it's Naya. Welcome back to Naya Reads and Smiles.
Cutting the power lines, we're done talking about it. A spark turns into fire, and we're not sorry about it. If you're not sleeping tight, you know we're onto something. You hear the streets are crying, ocean turns into fighting.
Good morning, guys. Today is another day. I woke up this morning, I had my coffee. I said, you know what? It is gonna be the best book reading day ever because this is actually the first weekend that I have completely off. So I plan on taking advantage and doing a reading vlog today. Last night at about, I would say 9 or 10 o'clock, I started a new book. If I fall asleep reading, I always end up dreaming about whatever I'm reading. So I have to be really careful not to read like anything too scary. I went through my TBR shelf and asked you guys to help me pick which book you think I should read next because I'm just behind on everything. I would say about like 80% of the votes, I mean I didn't have like a poll or anything, but 80% of the comments you guys said to read this book, and you guys, you didn't disappoint. So I picked up this book here and I literally flew through the first half of the book in like 3-4 hours. It was such a fast read. I didn't expect it to be as fast as a read as it was. So I am starting this reading vlog halfway through Wings of Ebony by JL. It is YA, it is urban fantasy, I guess, because it does take place at least partially in the real world, which is nice because if you're looking for a fantasy book that you don't have this big sort of world building hurdle to get through, this book you jump straight into the action. The book starts off straight in the conflict of the story, so if you want something that gets straight to the action, like this is the book, which is honestly why I could not put it down because it just started off like on a cliffhanger. Following this character, this girl who's from Texas. I think she's from Houston. I may be wrong, but she's from a town in Texas. She discovers one day that she is actually half god. One night, her mother has to go in to like a shift at work. She ends up staying home with her little sister. When the mom comes home, she like hears her screaming and the mom ends up getting shot dead, and that's actually how the story begins. Her little sister gets taken in by like Child Protective Services, but her father, who she's never met before, comes and like meets her for the first time, and that's when she finds out that her father is, I would almost say her father is a demigod because he isn't like a god, like he can just like do anything. He was a regular person who came into power or magic. He is from this place called Gazan, which, oh my god, I did not know this when I started the book, but this is another book that takes place partially on an island. Like imagine like the Bermuda Triangle, like if there was like an island in the Bermuda Triangle. Suddenly she's like thrusted into this new world and she's there for a year. In the beginning of the book, it kind of flashes back 1 year and then it comes back to the present moment. Gazan was originally just like an island of different tribes of people. There's this guy who calls himself the Chancellor who basically like bestowed them all with magic. Every person in this world has to undergo this thing called the binding, where they get onyx stones bound to their wrist, which is like how they get their power. Basically like kind of human until they go through this binding process and then they have powers. There are a bunch of rules in this world, and one of the biggest rules is that you cannot leave Gazan once you go there. And the second biggest rule is that you cannot touch humans, or you cannot interact with humans. As you can imagine, our main character is basically a crime in herself because she's half human. The only reason why she's still alive and allowed to go to Gazan is because her father is one of like the three founders, 3 most powerful people in this place, and so he was kind of forgiven. Our main character in the very beginning of the book breaks a lot of the rules that are set by Gazan, and that is kind of the catalyst of the story. I'm a little more than halfway through this book. I think there's only like 350 pages in here. This is my goal today, is to finish this book. So I'm gonna continue reading and update when I get a little bit further into it. If I finish this book early, since it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning, I will pick up another book that's on my TBR shelf. Very, very fun Saturday. you guys, I just got the best book mail I think I've ever gotten. I completely forgot that this book was coming out. It's not out yet. I'm pretty sure this is an ARC. If you guys don't know, one of my favorite authors of all times is Nicola Yoon. I actually had the pleasure of meeting her, which was one of the best moments of my life. I was just trying so hard to be like cool and not like lose my cool. She wrote Everything, as well as The Sun Is Also a Star, and both were adapted to film. Anyways, okay, so I got a package in the mail and I totally forgot that has been working on her third book. I think this is her third one. Last year, we didn't really get any sort of update on like how that was going or if there was going to be a publication date for this year. I just totally forgot about it until I got this package in the mail. You guys, thank you so much to Penguin Teen. They sent me an advanced copy of Nicola Yoon's newest book. I don't even know if this is an ARC. I think this is like a bound manuscript just by the way it looks. Oh my god, I'm like, it's the best day ever. It literally like best Saturday since Saturdays became a thing. This is Nicola Yoon's newest book. It's called Instructions for Dancing. I feel like such a fake fan right now because I didn't even know what the title of her newest book was gonna be. In this book, our main character, she has this superpower to where when she looks at a couple kissing, she can see their whole future. Like their whole relationship is just laid out. So she can predict, you know, whether or not they're gonna stay together, how they're gonna argue and fight and break up, like everything. She can see their whole relationship. Honestly, that is a terrifying power to have. I would not want that. That's just like, I would just never leave the house. I mean, I feel like I never leave the house now, but like I would just really not leave the house. So because of this power, she's been kind of jaded when it comes to love and has never really pursued any sort of romantic relationship because she feels like all relationships are doomed because, you know, she can see everybody's like future till she meets this guy named X, and he is the lead singer, I believe, in a rock band. She starts falling in love with him and basically kind of has to decide whether or not the love is worth pursuing, even if she can. I wonder if she kisses him and is able to see their whole relationship. Oh my god, that's the plot to the story, isn't it? What if she can? Or what if like maybe her own relationships, she can't see the future, only other people's? I don't know, but I'm gonna have to read this ASAP. Gosh dang it. This always happens. This always happens. I made a video going through all the books on my TBR shelf over here, and I know I said I had like a specific order I was gonna read everything in. Listen, when a Nicola Yoon book comes in the mail, it just takes priority over everything else. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna continue reading. Decided to put my hair up real quick because it was getting really hot with this turtleneck. It's 70 degrees today, you guys, which is crazy because it was snowing 2 days ago here in Denver. But anyways, in my last video, you guys asked that I give you a little bit of an apartment tour. So this place that I'm in now is like such a blessing because if you guys remember, my last place I was in was a studio apartment. So it was 500 square feet and I basically lived, slept, worked all in one space, which I'm still so grateful that I was able to get into that space because it helped me build my like renter's history, which allowed me to get into a better place because I'm 22 and I had like really bad credit from the 1 year of college I did and just like went into so much debt, but I had really bad credit and not really much rental history, so there was very limited options when it came to finding an apartment. Like living there for the 7 months that I did helped me build a renter's history, which then allowed me to find a nicer place. The place I'm in is actually a little bit outside of the main city, and because of that, it's a lot more affordable and I'm able to get more space for a lower cost. Yeah, this is a 1-bedroom room, and I don't think I showed you guys, like, you guys couldn't see any of this part in my last video. The main thing I liked about this place was how open the living room was, and I kind of wanted to keep it that way, which is why I arranged all my furniture the way I did. Sadly, I do not have the red couch that I used to have. I actually gave it to my little brother who just moved out. I will give you a quick tour of the living room and then the hallway and my bathroom, but my bedroom is an absolute disaster, so I'm gonna do that in my next video. So this is the corner that you guys see me filming in, or that I filmed in so far, and it is my favorite corner ever. I don't know why. The energy is just like really good in this one corner, and the lighting's really good because I have these really beautiful open windows, and so during the day I will keep them completely open, and this whole space is just flooded with light, which I really like. Starting from here, this giant thing underneath here is a heater, which I have tried to like DIY and cover because this bigger heater is actually broken, and it doesn't work, and it would cost a lot of money to replace. I covered it with this, my grandmother sent me. It's a Hawaiian print throw blanket, but instead of using it on my couch, I folded it up and put it on here. I got these like fake plants and put some butterflies on them because I thought it was really cute. So that's my broken heater that is kind of just like a decor now. I have my TBR shelf, my 4 main bookshelves, which are all the books that I've read. And if we come this way, this is one of my favorite parts of this entire apartment is the kitchen. This is my kitchen, and oh my god, you guys, I have never in my life had a gas stove before, and it scares me so bad. Like, I've only cooked a few times because every time, like that noise, that ticking, like, listen guys. I had fruit this morning. Rice Krispie treats have been acquired. We can continue on with the rest of this tour. To my kitchen is my little, okay, I originally bought this coffee table to go over here, but it's kind of bigger than I anticipated, so it just takes up a lot of space, I feel like, when I put it by my couch, and I like to just keep this area really open, so I decided to use it as a TV stand instead. You guys, this is my favorite thing. I found this table on Amazon for $100. It is like a book lover's dream. This is meant to be a bar table, and because of that, it has these little glass shelves that you're supposed to put alcohol on it. But you guys already know I'm gonna be putting books on here. Wait, let me just grab a book to demonstrate. Eventually, this whole thing will be filled with books. Right now, it's empty because I don't have any books to put there, but when I do, which will probably be soon, they will go there. Here is one of my favorite paintings by this Tahitian artist named Tanya Warsick, and it's this Tahitian woman, which I'm not Tahitian, I'm Hawaiian, but I think it's really beautiful and it reminds me of home, so I keep it on my little table over here. This is my favorite thing in my whole apartment. Some of you guys might recognize this if you're from Hawaii. The island I'm from is Oahu, and the town I'm from is Kaneohe. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you my hallway and my bathroom. So I have this little hallway here, which leads to, hi! Oh my god, my bathroom's so dirty right now. Those are all my hair scarves that are just like hanging on that. My bedroom is over here, which, oh my god, should I show you? No, it's a mess. Let's go back to like the one clean room in my house. Probably my favorite area of my whole living room is this couch. I really wanted a couch where I could like lay out and read. Ta-da! It is just like the perfect little reading corner, and I love it. Something really big just happened in this book, and I can't tell you what it is, but basically we discovered that someone has been working with someone else. Is that vague enough? I don't want to compare this book to Percy Jackson because I feel like it's so different, but I will say, for anyone who's also like a die-hard Percy Jackson fan like me, this book is like that same pace that Rick Riordan writes in. Very short chapters. I think each chapter is only like 4 or 5 pages long, so you just feel like you're going through it so quick. It's getting really intense. Like I said, our main character, she lived most of her life just as a normal human being, and it wasn't until a year ago that she realized that she has access to this magic. What's really interesting is that the magic isn't permanent. So just because you're someone who can wield magic, it can be taken away from you still. Like I said, I kind of talked about that, the binding thing that they do adds this like extra layer to the book that I really enjoy, because a lot of magic books, it's like we're following a character who was born with magic and it's something that's like a part of them, but in this book it's like you could be born without magic, you could get magic, you could have it taken away. Our main character, she doesn't really care. She's willing to give up all her magic powers if it means she can just be with her sister in the real world again. It's crazy because she's on the run because there's people who want to kill her, and she's over here like, yo, you guys, I don't even want to be a part of this world. Take your magic, take everything back, just leave me alone. Also, there's a cat in this book and it's so cute and it's making me want a cat. Oh my god, okay, other thing I totally forgot to mention, have you guys seen the cover for Empire of the Vampire? Yo, oh my god, okay, I think it came out, I think J. Kristoff released it like back in January. I've just been like behind on everything, but I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I saw that the cover at some point got released. So J. Kristoff is one of my favorite authors and he has an adult vampire book coming out in fall of this year. The cover is so hot, you guys, and I mean like hot as in like, yeah, like hot. It's hot. One more thing, since I'm like doing like just a full life update in this corner, a couple people asked me what my social media accounts are. Right now, I'm only on YouTube and Instagram, so if you want to reach me, I'm just on YouTube and Instagram. I actually deleted my Twitter back in November, like fully deleted it. I don't have a Twitter account anymore. It actually took you guys like a full 5 months to realize that I deleted my account. Yeah, but no, that's how little I just even went on the app, and anytime I did go on Twitter, I never felt good, and I'm at a point in my life where I just don't want to hold on to or use anything or participate in anything that's just brings me down. I love posting on YouTube and Instagram, so I love it. So if you want to reach me, it's Naya Reads and Smiles on Instagram too, and I take lots of photos. Let us get back to the book of magic. The magic in this book is so stinking cool, you guys. The whole language in this book, like the Gazani language, and our main character has to learn the language in order to like use her magic and cast kind of like spells, I guess you could say. But it's awesome. I'm gonna finish it up and update you guys when I'm done. Hey guys, okay, so it is currently 5:30. It has been 2, 3, 4, 5, like 3.5 hours since I last updated. I have moved to my bed. I know I said I wasn't gonna film in my room, which I technically am not, because you guys can't see like the mess I'm looking at right now. It's still like 65 degrees outside, but it's starting to get kind of cold in here, so I came to my room so I could just like cuddle up in a blanket and finish like the last 20 pages. Oh my god, this has been the most fun ride. Like, I don't even want to say a full day. I don't think it's been a full day because I started this book last night at 9. It's only 5 o'clock now. This book in less than a day. It started fast and it ended fast. Like, there was not a slow moment throughout this whole novel. Like, if you want something to get you out of a reading slump, this is the book to get you out. Okay, so final thoughts. Amazing. 10 out of 10, like 100% a 10 out of 10 book. Okay, so something really cool I didn't expect, and the reason why I kind of want to put this in like the science fiction category, there's also technology, specifically like with our main character and her best friend. They use a lot of tech, which is kind of why it feels like almost like that sci-fi technology magic, tech magic was so well done, you guys. Like, JL, I can't believe this is her debut novel. We have this main character who lost her mom, and she's just like desperately trying to keep alive the one family member she has left, or the few family members that she has left. Something I really like about this book is she talks about the people in her neighborhood as being family. Old lady that lives down the street, the person that works at the barber shop, everyone in her community is family. She talked about in the beginning of the book is how she has more cousins than is humanly possible. I totally relate to that because like where I'm from, everyone is your cousin, everyone is your auntie, everyone is your uncle, like everyone you give that like title of relative to, even if they're not like your blood relative. Yeah, I was gonna start, I mean, it's only 5:30. I could start Nicola Yoon's new book, but I'm so tired, you guys. I was up at 7 and like it's Saturday and I kind of feel like watching a K-drama and falling asleep, which is like my ideal way to end a Saturday. Until next time, keep reading and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!